Hi guys, this side Sakshi. I am welcoming you in my fourth video and part 2 of biological classification. Okay, in part 2 I am going to cover kingdom Protista. In part 1 I already covered the introductory part and the kingdom Monera. Okay, if you want to watch this video, and I also completed chapter 1, the living world. So if you want to watch the video, then you can go in the description box and click on the link and you can watch it. Okay, so now we are starting kingdom Protista. All single cell eukaryotic are placed under Protista. Means all the single cell eukaryotic organisms are placed under Protista, but their kingdom are not well defined. In this book, it includes chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, and protozoan under Protista. Okay, in this book, means in NCRT, chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, protozoans are in Protista. Okay, member of Protista are primarily aquatic. They are aquatic. Their habitat is aquatic. The kingdom form a link with the other dealing with plant, animal, and fungi. Let me explain it. Let's suppose this is the Monera, as they are prokaryotic which come early in the earth, on the earth. Okay, so it is Monera. Then single cell eukaryotic organism will come, was come, so it is Protista. Then fungi, multicellular eukaryotic organism are come under fungi. Then plantae, the plants will come as they are tissue and organ level of body organization. Then animals means animalia will come as they have tissue organ system level of body organization. Okay, so as you fungi, plant, animal, all three of them are linked with Protista. So it was written that this kingdom form a link with other dealing with plants, animal, and fungi. Being eukaryotic, the Protistian cell contain a well-defined nucleus, as I already told you. The cell which contain true nucleus or which contain nucleus is known as eukaryotes. Okay, and other membrane bonds organelles like mitochondria, ribosomes. Okay, some have flagella or cilia. Flagella and cilia are used for the locomotion of the organism. Protista reproduced asexually and sexually by the process involving cell fusion and zygote formation. The zygote formation is the sexual reproduction and the cell fusion is the asexual reproduction. Okay, as the mode of nutrition of Protista are heterotropic. Okay, they are saprophytic, parasitic, and symbiont. Okay, means heterotropic. In heterotropic, they are saprophytes, parasites, and symbiont. Parasites means parasitic mode of nutrition means they depend on other organism for their food, and the symbiont means in which they make a relationship with other organism in which both get benefited. Okay, So now chrysophytes, and they don't only have flagella and cilia, they also have pseudopodia. Okay, some also have pseudopodia. Now in chrysophytes, the groups includes diatom and golden algae known as desmids. So gold algae, desmids and diatoms is the MCQ. Okay, they are found in fresh water. They are found in fresh water as well as in marine environment. Okay, fresh water like lakes and rivers. Okay, then they are microscopic, float passively in the water current known as plankton. Okay, most of them are photosynthetic, means most of them are photosynthetic. Okay, diatom cell walls form two thin overlapping cell which fits together as in a soap box. This line this line is an MCQ. Okay, and the soap box is very important because डाइएटम्स के जो सेल होते हैं वो फिट हो जाते हैं एक दूसरे में, जैसे कि कोई सोप बॉक्स एक, जैसे कोई ढक्कन है, लेट्स सी, दिस is the lower case and this is the upper case. Okay, it will fit into like this, and it was just like a soap box which get fitted. Okay, this was the soap box and it was fitted to each other. Okay, like a soap box. The walls are embedded with silica, means this walls are made up of silica. This wall is made up of silica. This wall is made up of silica, means they are indestructible. Okay, they are indestructible. See here, indestructible. It is also a MCQ. Okay, it is also a MCQ. The walls are destructible as they contain silica. Okay, the diatom have left behind the large number of cell wall deposited in their habitat. This accumulates over the billion of years, referred as the diatomeous earth. Means, let's suppose this is the ground level of sea. Okay, this is the sea, and this was the ground, this was the sea. At the bottom of the sea, at the bottom surface of the sea, diatoms, after the death of diatoms, they sink down and deposited over the time. Okay, after a billion years, it deposited and make deposited over each other. Okay, so these this accumulation, this deposition is known as diatomeous earth, which is used for polishing, filtration of oil, syrups. Diatoms are chief producer in the ocean. Okay, they are also help in filtration of oil and syrup, as this was the surface, this was the surface, but it contains small hole. It contain, let me draw it neatly, it contains small holes on their body, so it can refine syrups or oils. Okay, now dinoflagellates. Okay, as the uses of diatomeous earth is also a MCQ. Okay, so mark it as MCQ. Now, dinoflagellates. Dinoflagellates, these organisms are mostly marine and photosynthetic. Okay, mostly marine and photosynthetic. They appear yellow, green, brown, blue, or red depending on the main pigment present in their cell. Okay, the cell wall has stiff cellulosic plates. It has stiff cellulosic plates, means thick cellulosic plates. These are the thick cellulosic plates. Okay, on the outer surface. It is a MCQ. Okay, most of them have two flagella. One lie longitudinal and other one is transverse in the furrow between the wall of two plates. See, this is a transverse flagella and one is like this, which is longitudinal. Okay. The red dinoflagellates, which is known as goniolex, okay, they undergo such a rapid multiplication that they make the sea appears red, which is also known as red tide. Red tide is a MCQ. Okay. गोंगुलस इतनी जल्दी से मल्टीप्लिकेशन करता है, गोंगुलेक्स इतनी जल्दी से मल्टीप्लिकेशन करता है जिससे कि वो सी का कुछ पार्ट वो ऊपर से कवर कर लेता है, ठीक है। और उनके रेड कलर होने के कारण उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया जो है वो रेड रेड अपीयर होने लगता है, जिस कारण कि आप जानते हैं जैसे कि सी और ओशियंस में लहरें आती रहती हैं, इस कारण जब वहां पे लहर आती है तो उसे हम लोग रेड टाइड भी कहते हैं। Okay, toxin released by such large number may kill the other marine animals such as fishes. Okay, they also release toxin in the very large amount so that many of the marine animals can die. Okay, the one more important question is the gap. You can see this gap is known as cingulum. CIN. Sorry, my handwriting was too much bad. Let me write it down more clearly. Cingulum. Okay. Which is also known as girdle. Girdle, which is also known as girdle. Okay. Now, euglenoids. Okay. Majority of them are freshwater organism found in stagnant water. Stagnant water means जमा हुआ, कहीं एक पर्टिकुलर जगह पे वो जम जाता है, जो पानी एक जगह जो पानी जमा हो जाता है उस पानी को हम लोग स्टेगनेंट वाटर कहते हैं, ठीक है, जिसे कि स्थिर पानी भी कहा जाता है। Freshwater organism found in stagnant water. Freshwater organism found in stagnant water. Instead of cell wall, they have a protein-rich layer. Instead of cell wall, they have protein-rich layer called pellicles, which is a MCQ. Okay, which is a MCQ. So mark it as MCQ, which make their body flexible. It is also a MCQ. Okay. They have two flagella. One is short and one is long. As you can see, one is only be like this and one is long as it goes like this. Okay. They are photosynthetic in the presence of sunlight. When deprived of sunlight, they behave like a heterotrophic by predating on the other smaller organism. जब सनलाइट होती है तो वो एक फोटोसिंथेसिस, मतलब वो यूग्लिनॉइड्स जो होते हैं वो फोटोसिंथेटिक ऑर्गेनिज्म के तरह बिहेव करते हैं, मीन्स वो अपना खाना सनलाइट के हेल्प से बनाते हैं। बट अगर जब सनलाइट नहीं होता तो वो हेट्रोट्रॉपिक्स ऑर्गेनिज्म की तरह बिहेव करते हैं और वो अपने से छोटे ऑर्गेनिज्म का शिकार करते हैं। ओके। Interestingly, the pigment of the euglenoid are identical to the presence of higher plants. The pigments which are present in euglenoids are similar or are identical to the pigments which are present in higher plants. Example of euglenoids is euglena. See, this is the euglena. Okay, as the euglena is the connecting link, most important connecting link between plants and animal. Okay, as they behave like a photosynthetic organism in the presence of sunlight, and it also behave like a heterotrophic organism in the absence of sunlight. Okay, so now move on. Slime mold are saprophytic protists. Okay, they depend on dead decaying material or matter for their food. The body move along the decaying twigs and leaves engulfing organic material. They engulf organic material. Okay. Under unsuitable condition, they form the aggregation called plasmodium. Under suitable condition means if the condition was favorable, they form the aggregation known as plasmodium. Okay, which may grow and spread over the several feet, which grow and spread over the several feet. Okay, during unfavorable condition. Okay, the plasmodium is a MCQ. During unfavorable condition, the plasmodium differentiate and form fruiting bodies, bear smalls bearing spores on their tips. Means this is the slime mold. So they bear a fruiting body like this on the top. Okay, they bear fruiting bodies and they bear spores they bear spores on the top of the fruiting body. Okay, they bear spores on the top of the fruiting body like this, on the top of the fruiting body. Okay, the spores possess true walls. The spore has true walls. They are extremely resistant and survive for the many years even under the adverse or worst condition. Okay, the spores have true walls, so and they also extremely resistant and survive for for many years even under the worst condition. Okay, these spores are dispersed by the air currents. Okay, by the air currents, which is a MCQ. Okay, MCQ. Now protozoan. All protozoan are heterotrophs and live as a predator or the parasites. Means all the protozoans are heterotrophs and they are predators. Means they are predators means they are sicari. Okay, and parasites, as you know, they depend on other organism for food. Okay, they believe the primitive relative of the animal. This was an MCQ. Okay, most important MCQ. They believe to be primitive relative of animals. There are four major group of protozoans. Okay, what are they? First one is amoeboid protozoan, second one is flagellated protozoan, third one is ciliated protozoan, and fourth one is sporozoans. Okay, first, amoeboid protozoan. These organisms live in fresh water, seawater, and moist soil. Okay, the habitats is also come as a MCQ for very less time, but it is a MCQ. They move and capture their prey by putting out pseudopodia, as their name derived from the amoeba. Okay, see here, as in amoeba, marine forms have silica cell on their surface. It is also a MCQ. Okay, some of them, such as entamoeba, are parasites. Entamoeba are parasites, means they depend on other organism for their food. Okay, so example of amoeboid protozoan is entamoeba and amoeba. Okay, entamoeba are present in human guts. Okay, this is also a MCQ. Now, flagellated protozoan. The members of this group have either free living or parasitic. Okay, they have flagella. Parasitic form or cause diseases such as sleeping sickness. Okay, as trypanosoma. Okay, trypanosoma. Example is trypanosoma, which causes sleeping sickness. Okay, it is a MCQ. You have to learn all the examples which are given in NCRT. Okay, ciliated protozoan. These are aquatic, actively moving organism because they have presence of thousands of cilia. Like this is the protozoan. The cilia is not like this, not present only one or two in number, but it present all over the body of the protozoan. Okay, so thousands of cilia help them for the locomotion, hence they are very active in motion. Okay, they have cavity gullet, which is known as gullet. They open that open to the outside of the cell surface. Let's suppose this is the cell surface. It was like this. It was open like this, and due to the mm, coordination of movement of cilia, the water current also goes like in this manner. And if there is some prey, this will also come flow, and which is go in directly inside the gullet or the cavity which is on the outside of the cell surface. Okay, see here, same thing is written, that example is paramecium. Okay, example is paramecium. Then sporozoans. They include diverse organisms that have infectious spore-like stage in their life cycle. The spores can also infect. Okay, and sporozoans includes those organisms which have the spore-like stage in their life cycle. Okay, the most notorious is plasmodium, which is the malarial parasite. It is an MCQ, malarial parasites. Okay, which causes malaria, the disease which is struggling effect on the human population. Okay, human population, effect on human population. Okay, so now our topic kingdom protista is completed. So we continue with kingdom fungi and the introductory part of plantae and animalia and the virus vibroids. We will do it in our next video. Okay, if you have any problem, comment it down in the comment section. Till then, bye.